I'm back with my sound off panel. So Tara, I didn't mean to cut you off there at the end. You had a point you wanted to respond to Basil with.
Yeah, the idea of Mike Pence joining Liz Cheney's crusade to save democracy and speak out against Trumpism is never happening. First of all, Liz Cheney would have to let Mike Pence borrow some of her testicular fortitude to do that, because we already know that Mike Pence doesn't have any courage. Secondly, I don't know who Mike Pence's constituency is at this point, because he couldn't fill a one-room Southern Baptist church right now with the people who would support him for president. My cat Tiki has a better chance of winning the presidency than Mike Pence does. Maybe Mother will sit in the front row, but that's about as far as it goes. Mike Pence is delusional, thinking that he'll ever have a chance at being president of the United States. And pussyfooting around whether he's going to testify in front of the January 6th committee or not just shows you what a coward he is. The president of the United States supported a mob that wanted to hang him, and he's still reluctant to be forthcoming and volunteering to testify. So if it was all about the importance of the Constitution and upholding American ideals and this great experiment, we shouldn't have to be begging Mike Pence to come and testify.
Well, I'm stuck on testicular fortitude. So
I'm just saying, coming from a Jersey girl,
you had me there. So I'm good for the rest of the day. Just the imagery alone. So Renee, you've got the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago has caused quite a kerfuffle. Speaking of testicular, in the Mar-a-Lago world, listen to Dan Crenshaw on that search this morning.
Why not just ask him? Why not just ask him?
Didn't they? I thought they'd been negotiating and trying to get the information from him, and
he cooperated.
But he didn't turn over boxes and boxes of material, as far as the Justice Department says.
But he's been cooperating, and I think he's on the record saying, whatever you need from us, just ask. It's great to see you guys. I mean, it was a very friendly environment.
But his lawyer said they didn't have any more classified information, and the Justice Department said, yes, you do, and they went and got it. And the only reason we know about the raid was because Donald Trump announced it.
Okay, Renee, I'm going to look past the cooperation thing, and I'm going to look past the fact that he shouldn't have had the documents in the first place. So what's your take?
You know, I think it's interesting that Dan Crenshaw is essentially just parroting exactly what Donald Trump has said, that he was cooperating. He doesn't know why they did it. I think the thing that bothers me most about a lot of this is the way people keep saying, but this is a former president. You know what a former president is? A private citizen. And a private citizen does not have presidency as an immunity shield. Is it unprecedented for federal agents to search the home of a former president? Yes, it is. But it's also unprecedented for a former president to take boxes and boxes of classified documents and stick them in his basement. So to everyone who has a great problem with this, I always think, you know what? Just pretend this was Hillary Clinton and behave how you would have behaved if they did this to Hillary Clinton. I really don't think Dan Crenshaw would have a lot of problems if that was the FBI going to Hillary Clinton's home, except Hillary Clinton did not have classified documents like Donald Trump clearly did.
Thank you to my panel. It was just not enough time. I just really loved talking to you guys. Renee Graham, Tara Setmayer, Basil Smikle Jr., thank you all very much. We'll be right back after this, folks.